Hey guys, my name's Rachel and I'm one of the staff writers here at PopWrapped, and today we're going to be talking about Sense8, which is a new Netflix original, and it's fantastic. So I finished the season actually already. It's been out for about a month now, and I've had it finished for about a week. So I kind of want to talk about everything in like a, I don't know, summary sort of way. I'm not gonna like give away any spoilers or anything like that. Don't worry about that. I'm just trying to convince you to watch it because it's awesome and you totally should. Um, but anyway, so basically, whenever it starts out, you're following these 8 different characters, and it can be a little hard. I'm not gonna lie, so you should totally just try and stick it out. At the end of the second episode, I was hooked. Um, there's this huge car accident. You just like need to know what happens, and that doesn't really give away much. Don't worry. I mean, I'm not telling you who's in the car accident, am I? Um, but so it was at that point that I was hooked, and I think that you probably will be too once you get there, because you really just want to you need to know what's going on at that point. But anyway, so like I said, it's been out for about a month, and there hasn't been any announcement for like a season 2 yet. But I read the other day that like 8 seasons have already been written for it, so I would be really, really surprised if it didn't get picked up for a season 2, especially because it's got really, really good ratings. But anyway, so past the car crash, right? So I mean, once you finish the series, it gets to be a little difficult to follow, because like they've discovered what's going on with them, and you sort of know, but you only know as much as they know, and so they're figuring out everything that's going on with them, and like if like there's people hunting them, obviously. I mean, that's the premise of the show. And so they're trying to figure out who, and they're trying to figure out why, and they're trying to figure out like um, what is wrong with them, and they're also trying to protect one another, because they can like visit each other in a sort of like in mind, out of body experience, I guess. They're like, I don't really know how to explain it, but they're able to communicate with one another like cross the globe. And they can like see and hear and sense basically anything that another one in their Sense8 can see or hear or sense or anything. So it's really interesting, and like you see a lot of very um, intricately worked details in it. It's so good. I can't talk too much about it and not give anything away, so I'm really trying not to. But it's really good. There's a lot of really funny parts. Netflix does a really, really good job of weighing out the comedic interactions and like the drama of the show, because I don't know, it's just really good. If you like sci-fi, you should totally watch it, because you're gonna like this. And if you don't like sci-fi, you should watch it anyway, because you're still gonna love it. There's just a lot of like other aspects to it that aren't necessarily sci-fi. It's like these people who are multicultural and multiracial and everything, and they're getting along so well, and it's really cool. It kind of, I don't know, makes me wish that I was like an enhanced human and I could visit Iceland, right now, but still be sitting here and talking to you. But I think that it's really cool, and I personally am super, super excited for a season 2. So, yeah.
Hey y'all, I'm Erica. I'm also a staff writer for PopWrapped. I'm doing this project with Rachel. We're calling it Netflix Narratives. So every week we're going to do a movie or a show and just kind of talk about it. We might not always do a video, but today we felt like it was appropriate because Sense8 is such a, it's a big show. You can't just type all of that out. Anyway, I digress. So I'm not going to lie. Rachel was into it from the start. I did not want to watch past the first episode. It was so dark and so like anti what I normally watch. It would never be a show I would just click on because I'm on Netflix and I'm browsing and like I want to watch something. So I never was going to watch it. And then Rachel was like, let's watch that show. And I said, okay, I'll try it. Like, you know, it's part of this project. Like, you gotta have two perspectives to everything. And my perspective was, okay, like, let's do it. But I'm kind of scared of it. So I watched the first episode and I was like, oh my gosh, this is awful. Literally, I watched the episode and I said, this is the worst. Like, I can't watch this. I watch not shallow things, but if it's gonna have some depth to it, like, it's gotta have somebody I'm interested in. That sounds so petty. But like, Dominion's kind of like this show. I don't know if you've caught that on Sci-Fi. It's very, like, it's dark. It's got a political agenda. It's got a religious agenda. But Anthony Head's in it, and he's Giles, so it's okay. I can get down on that level because I've got that to look forward to. With this show, it's like I didn't have anything that was really, like, pulling me in, and that makes it hard. But I haven't watched the whole season like Rachel has, but I promised to watch 3 episodes so I could get a good idea. And I'm glad I made that commitment, because if I'd watched 1, I would have gotten on here and said, don't click on that show ever. But I watched 3, and by the end of the second one, which Rachel did mention in hers, you have to see what's going to happen next. Now, I just started it, and I've been doing a lot of other stuff, so I haven't jumped in after 3, but I do plan to finish it. But it gets really good. I mean, the premise is so fascinating. You have these 8 separate people, and they can all sense each other, but they don't realize it. I really don't want to say a lot, because I really think it's up to you to discover as you watch it. But what I can tell you is, if you're not normally a person who watches dark stuff, if you're normally not a person who watches kind of sci-fi things, go past the first episode. I promise you it is worth it. But you have to keep watching. Netflix gives you like 15 seconds to make a decision in life, so decide not to make that decision and just let it keep on going, because if I'd continued it that night, there's a really good chance I would have watched the whole season by now. But I was like, whoa. I mean, it opens with a suicide scene, just to kind of give you a spectrum of how dark it starts. But anyway, actors are amazing. I don't know any of their names offhand, but I'm sure I can whip some up in the typing portion of this. The drama is awesome. The writing is spectacular. And I was I watched Rachel's video before I did my part of it, and she said there's like 8 seasons written, so no renewal date yet, but I hope they get one, because, I mean, it's a really smart show, and we are lacking in that sometimes. Actually, we've actually got a lot of really smart shows on right now. We're kind of in the golden age of TV. But I guess my side of this video is more about not so much the show, but if you have doubts and you're not sure that this is something you want to get down on, push through, because it gets really good. And I still don't have a love interest, but, you know, I'll find one by the end of the season. So that's all. I'm going to sign out here and hope to see you again soon. Bye!